Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk about the fear that stops us from moving forward. And not only does it stop us from taking action, so we procrastinate, maybe doing a whole whack of other things so we don't have to face this one thing that we know we have to do, but it stops us, it blocks so much in our lives, right? It blocks our thought processes, it blocks our creativity, it blocks our ability to communicate with other people. It just blocks so many things. So what is it that we can do that will help us overcome that fear? And so, some people are blessed. They can just almost like put their fear into a box and just plow forward and break through that box. And they might have to break through it umpteen times, but they just burst through it. And each time the box becomes smaller and more manageable and smaller and more manageable until eventually the box disappears altogether. And for those people, that's fantastic. For other people, it's more about making the tiniest, smallest step they can possibly take. So say, for example, you have a fear of writing. Well, taking your pencil and putting the tip of the pencil to the paper might be the only thing you do that day. That might be it. If you're painting, it might be taking, your paint on a brush and just putting a stroke across the canvas, the empty canvas. And that's all you do that day. It might be taking your camera out of its case and just holding it in your hands. That might be all you do that day. It might be looking at a dog through a window. That's all you do that day. Like, whatever this fear is that's holding you back, you just need some way to face it. You need some way to action getting over the fear. And you have to do it in a way that feels safe to you, but is also uncomfortable. Because if you're not feeling uncomfortable, you're not getting past the fear. You're not even getting into the fear. You're just acknowledging that the fear is there. And that is obviously the very first step. But in order to overcome it, you really need to face it. And that's freaking scary. I get that. I totally get that. That's one of the reasons why I started doing Brenda's Musings, because of my fear of public speaking. Because I get up on a stage and I know exactly what I want to say. I know how I want to say it. But when I get up there, I go off on tangents. I lose my train of thought. My mind isn't even present sometimes. I'm just talking, and then suddenly I realize I have no idea what I've just said. I don't even know how to bring it back to what it was I was trying to say. So that's one of the fears that I want, I want to challenge. I want to challenge myself on this year and get past. That's one of the reasons why I started this Brenda's Musings. And the other reason is because, hey, if I have a thought a day that can help somebody, then, I'm all for that. And then a couple days ago, I started on Facebook, I started doing this dancing it out. And I started doing that because, it's something that I do several times a day. And it's joyful and it helps release things. And I thought, if I'm doing it anyway, why not share that with somebody? And then if that helps them, then that's a bonus too, And I call people out, like sometimes by name, but usually just in general. And I just say, are you up? Are you dancing? Put that smile on your face, change that state. And, and if you're living in fear, putting a smile on your face might be all you do that day, right? So you've just got to sort of really be real with yourself and think, what is the smallest micro thing that I can do to help me get past this fear? And if you think you can do that, that's fantastic. And if you can do the next step, that's better still. And if you think you can do the next step, that's better still. And the faster you can get through and around and just smash that fear to the side, the sooner your life will move forward. The sooner, your mind will become clear and the blocks will be released. The sooner, you'll be able to just be free and lighter and joyful. So that's my musing for today. I hope you found it helpful. And thank you for being here. Bye.